Different. Yeah, like, different background, different colors, different camo patterns. You can move the background around.
Do you like making the background go all wibbly wobbly?
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah. With this one, we have to. Let's see. We got special options. Looking at the photos, we're gonna have blood on, camera mode, third person, and normal. I think we can change that with just clicking R3.
I mean, yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
If not, I'm pretty sure the options menu will be available in gameplay anyway. So,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul.
So, new game. I'm playing MGS series for the first time. That's not true. I like MGS 1, 2, or 3. 1 and 3, I believe, have probably the same thing in the game. 2 is the only one with a little new content that's a little goofy.
Oh, this actually makes... What the hell? Okay, so what actually is going on here? Like,
well, we gotta choose our favorite of the series because we aren't playing for the first time. So I say 2 just because it's the goofy one.
I mean, I said yesterday it's an overhated game, so yeah, I'll stand by that.
I mean, it's not saying like I prefer that, but we are choosing it over. What do you think, Mike? Every time we've been playing on normal, should we go up to hard?
I'm gonna put that in your hands because I know this is your game, but also like, hey, we all get rusty.
I'm rusty.
I'm gonna leave that in your hand. Okay.
I haven't played it in 2. Okay. Since the PS2. So we'll do normal. That fucking bomber fight. Ooh. Yeah, I know that Fat Man fight from the last time was really difficult. But that was also hard.
He's hamming it up even more. I love it.
Yes.
He's leaning more into the memes.
David Hayter.
He's also a different character, so
yeah.
That's not a spoiler, right? No.
What? No. The back of the box doesn't say you play as Big Boss.
You'll have to help me out here. Does it say you play as Big Boss?
It does on the PS2 game.
Okay.
I never read that or knew it back in the day because this was my first game.
So you didn't even know what that meant.
Yep. I was like, but his name's Naked Snake. But why does he look the same like he does in the 60s and the early 2000s?
Because Solidus is the perfect clone, right?
Sure. He's neither solid nor liquid.
He's this perfect spitting image of Big Boss, even though... try not to think about it too hard, kids.
Yeah.
Bro, the way thing was tipped. It looks like he's vaping, but it's way too early in the timeline for that. Bro, imagine if in Delta they let you fucking vape.
It is still the 60s.
Yeah, okay, true.
Look at that upscaled PS2. Yeah, a little audio distortion.
A little bit. I also noticed there's a bit of like those when those dudes are in the cockpit. There's like a little bit of extra bloom on them.
Hmm.
Hey, I now get that reference whenever anyone makes it.
Ugh.
It seems to be just the music too. The dialogue has no problems.
Yeah. It's probably just
Your PS2.
my PS2. I do have my PS3, which does emulate the PS2 games.
Hmm.
Haha.
Hey, virtuous mission. Off.
Hmm.
Well spoken.
Good. We need a nihilist.
What? Sperlin, you fucking commie.
That we had something much bigger on our hands.
Yep.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same
No, the moon
technology.
landing's fake.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
You need me to go
Nice name
unvirgin
for a
those
virtuous
cliffs.
mission.
They moved him there just
You're the
recently.
only man for the job.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
All right.
Back to the world's first Halo jump.
Let's see. During cutscenes, I can hold the first person R1 button at specific times to go first person. That should be coming up soon. Yep, in the top right.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the
Look at
Soviet
you doing
mountains. Ensure
his
the
first
safety of
Halo
Sokolov
jump.
and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy.
Fulton.
It's been combat-proven.
Actually, yeah, that's so much bigger in
The
5.
shock will be less than during a parachute. Arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
No, I hope it's not snakes. I hope I'm not gonna be a snake eater. Ugh.
What are you getting? It'd be like a dream. Oh, there's my ship. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, this is the pose for MGS2. Where he's becoming uninvisible. Tanker.
Well, not him, but you know.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be stupid. Because that was Solid Snake.
This is Snake.
Well, actually, it's not.
Snake. What?
We like MGS2, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. His name's Jack. Okay. Okay. Subverting expectations. Hey, is this the... This is the arrival of the knife. That's cool.
Survival combat knife. Yep. So we can do the hard press for the big attack, or we can lightly do a combo. We can go to our... Can't do camouflage yet.
Calorie, mate.
Yep. No more rations. We got a revival pill. I guess we do a fake death.
A revival pill that looks like it's embedded in your tooth.
Yep. It's the CIA. See that mushroom? You can eat that.
Dude, where's the crab battle?
Oh my god, right? That's an old name.
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
Okay, raw mushroom A. I believe that's raw. Oh, we got a snake.
Knife.
Anyways, we'll leave it up there for now, and we'll go to... Right, I can move the camera. Or, we can look at the original.
What is that fluctuating percentage?
It's our camo index.
You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
Right, no codec. Here's the
Here on out,
radio.
we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
New Hampshire.
Snake?
No.
You don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
You've won before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear
Huh?
that.
A snake eater.
Order one in a restaurant.
Oh, you can flip
Be
through
careful, you might not
headshots.
have a
That's
choice.
funny.
What about you,
Yeah.
Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major
and
Tom.
Snake.
Ground control.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Latex mask.
Snake. David.
Oh, he's so... That's a mug. Beautiful mug.
Just the leaves. All the animals on planet Earth. Lend me your energy. Wait. I'm getting that wrong.
No, it's my favorite snake quote.
People of planet Earth.
Spare your energy with me. Spirit bomb!
Hear me, Major.
This is a stealth mission.
This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
There we
This
go.
Hey.
will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration
I mean,
is the Fox
we'll
unit's
try.
speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling Make was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well,
You
better go back
incompetent
and get
shit.
it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree,
Definitely
stand in
not.
front of the tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Yeah. I
I'll
think
be
we have those inner
monitoring
monologues
progress over the radio.
anymore.
We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
I do like that they have the option to go between the two cameras.
Yeah, that is nice.
And so, yeah, we have the camo index in the top right. Out in the open, we've got pretty much... We have 0% when we're moving. But when we're stationary, only 10%. And that also means we don't have a minimap.
Oh, like at all?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yes.
Right. No DS crouch walking. Which was a mod anyways, so...
Well, you don't remember that beautiful, timeless classic Snake Eater 3D?
I guess triangle today. Okay.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to
rainbow.
take it out of your backpack.
That's weird.
In the survival viewer, choose weapons from
PS3's
the
acting up.
backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the
There's a
weapon you want
rainbow?
to equip. And
Do you
press
see that in the
enter.
bottom right of the little
For other
video they're
equipped
showing?
Items, just do the same thing
Yeah,
from
a little
item.
bit.
Got it. Use
That's
the
not
survival
supposed to be
viewer
there.
Backpack.
Yep, that's
Well,
right.
you know, that's what happens when you're
Survival
when
is
you
fundamental to this mission.
get the
After you've been out in the
new
field for a while,
PS2
your
add-on
stamina will
that
start to drop.
makes it play in
If your stamina
4K.
gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be
You
able
know,
to
the
shoot
PS5
accurately,
too?
for example.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
wounds won't heal as
surprised
soon.
they're still supporting
Keep an
that.
eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina,
Supporting
you
the
can hunt for local
PS2
flora and fauna.
Longer than they
You
would
can
ever
use either
support the
your tranquilizer
Vita.
gun or your knife to hunt.
They did say
My
10 years
weapon is a Mark
lifespan.
22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor.
Hey,
Suppressor.
However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you
Deterioration.
fire. Once
Hey.
its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
If you play on very easy, you're given the EZ gun,
The
which is
suppressor's
a
durability is shown in the
suppressed
icon. Any weapons and equipment
tranquilizer
beyond what you're
that doesn't
carrying now,
deteriorate.
You'll have to find as you go.
I have to
The
find
easy
my own
gun,
weapons
that's
and
funny.
equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation.
wait, is there
of
a thing
international
about recovering
conventions of warfare.
cartridges?
There aren't supposed to be any American
There
soldiers
are.
in Russia. It could spark an international
And taking a
incident.
poo-poo in a bag?
You can't let
Well,
anyone
that
see
is a
you.
mini
You
game.
can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
Yes.
There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count.
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet
Medic.
Paramedic.
She's
you.
her
As a
safe
medic who
system.
comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh?
She's from Boston.
It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.